Hello, thank you and for joining me and welcome. Today we're going to begin by finding a comfortable space, lying on our backs, beginning to settle into this space. While we're doing this, we have a couple options. We can start by laying with the legs out long, arms reaching out into a T, feeling the connection of our spine and our shoulders and our glutes on the mat. If we are feeling a little uncomfortable here, we can bring the feet flat on the mat, knees pointing towards the ceiling. And we're gonna take the feet about mat's distance apart, so that way the knees will fall in towards each other. And then I mentioned bringing the arms out into a T. Our theme for class today is grounding. We're really grounding into this present moment. It's been a little windy outside, so we're gonna try and center ourselves. And to do this, we're gonna take the palms as we're beginning and place them down on to the earth. So we feel the pads of the fingers touching the floor or our mat. And we're gonna start to check in with the body, noticing how we're feeling in this moment. Maybe we're a little rushed getting here, so we're gonna become centered into this room. Feeling the rhythm of the breath as we inhale and exhale. Maybe we start to even out the breath. Inhaling for a count of 4, taking a pause at the top of the breath, exhale for 4. Working on directing this breath to and from the nose. And now with every exhale, we're working on sinking in, melting a little deeper into the earth. Beautiful, yes. Now I have a reading that I would like to share today from Laurasia Mattingly and Meditations on Self-Love. Allow this moment to be enough. This moment is enough. It's hard for us to come to the realization. It's craving, desire, and complaining that pulls us away from the present. Always wishing for the moment to be different. But really, what keeps us grounded in this present is knowing that this moment is enough. In fact, it's more than enough. Even a simple wish for the weather to be warmer or cooler pulls us away from the now. Let us take a moment as it is and rejoice for what's here, even if it's not what we prefer. Soften into the enoughness and feel the beauty. Now let's shift our focus from the breath and begin to check in with the body. We're gonna start from the tip of the toes and work all the way to the crown of the head. So if our feet are out long in front of us, we can kind of wiggle the toes, feeling any texture that might be happening in the feet. If the feet are flat on the mat, we're feeling those the connections with the mat. Checking in with the arches of the feet, the ankles, and then slowly working our way up to the crown of the head. Feeling that connection between the calves and the mat, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower lumbar, and then working our way up the spine, checking in with our shoulders. Now as we get to the head and the neck, we're gonna let the head rock right to left a couple times, very slowly, just feeling that texture on the back of the head. Letting the head find the perfect place to land. Feeling that connection between the palm of the hands and the earth, really allowing us to settle into this moment, into this space. Now, keeping the hands connected to the floor, let's take the legs out long. We're gonna reach the arms up above, seeing how far we can reach out, keeping those palms connected to the earth. We wanna feel like we're almost creating an angel wing, inhaling and exhaling, guiding the hands on the floor. Beautiful. We'll bring the arms back out long into a T so the palms are connected to the earth. If our feet are out long in front of us, we're gonna walk them in so they're mat's distance, feet are flat on the mat, knees pointing towards the ceiling. We're going to begin to let the knees rock right and left. Moving very slowly, connecting to our breath. Inhale the knees up to center. Exhale, release them down towards the earth. Noticing what we're feeling in those hips. The next time that the knees are pointed up towards the ceiling, we're gonna pull them into the chest, giving ourselves a great big hug. Beginning to rock right to left, really grounding our spine into the mat. Yes, great job. Feeling the beauty of this moment. Awesome. We're gonna settle back in on that spine. Let's roll on to the right side, coming into a fetal space, working on pulling those knees in as tight as we can to the chest. Maybe that right arm is underneath the ear for a little pillow, and we're taking a moment in this space, feeling safe, grounded, in control of this moment. Now we're gonna take the top arm and help lift ourselves up into a seated space. Now we're working on making sure we have a good connection with the mat, grounding into the earth so we feel our sit bones connected. We're coming into crisscross applesauce Sukhasana. We might shift right and left a little bit, pulling that flesh out of the way so we feel this grounding in, pulling us into the mat. We feel safe here. We're gonna take a big inhale, belly comes towards the front of the room, finding a seated cow as we exhale, round the spine. Finding an angry cat, pushing through those shoulder blades, continuing to move through a couple of these. Adding in any little extra movement that we need. Beautiful. After this final cat, we'll meet with that long spine. Crown of the head is reaching towards the earth. Our chin is lifted. Our vision is out neutral. Let's inhale those hands up, reaching as high as we can, letting the shoulders fall down and back. Left hand comes back behind us. Right hand's gonna come to the top of the knee. At this moment, we're trying to ground in with that left hand, pushing the palm into the earth as we lift up and twist. Now our vision, we can take it, keep it forward, or we can continue to walk it back over that left shoulder. We're letting this twist happen from the belly, and then we can use the arms to help deepen this as we look over that shoulder. Couple breaths here. Beautiful. Gently releasing, inhaling the hands back up, reaching for the sky. We exhale over to the other side, creating that twist in the belly again, and then finding that edge for our vision, maybe looking over that right shoulder. Fantastic job. We're gonna inhale, reach back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cactus arms, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Hands come down onto the mat. We're going to unwind the legs, bring them back around behind us, coming into that tabletop. Now from here, we're gonna walk all the way forward, coming down onto the belly. In this moment, we're going to have the elbows in line with the chest. Fingers are pointing towards the top of the mat. We have some space between the feet. We're keeping the shoulders down and back, our vision's down at the floor or looking slightly forward. We're engaging those glutes a little bit, getting into the lower back. We feel our hip bones pressing into the floor. The tops of the quads, we're really grounding into this space. Take a round of breath. Gently lower yourselves all the way down onto the floor, bringing the left ear onto the mat. Arms stay in cactus. Our palms are once again touching the floor, feeling that connection with the earth. Now, as we lie here, we're going to come into a couple rounds of breath. Let's actually bring the palms underneath the hands, underneath the forehead. So we can bring the left hand down on the floor and then the right hand can come on top. We're gonna place that forehead, our third eye, onto the top of the palms, giving ourselves a little bit of a pillow. Now we're feeling this connection, this grounding moment between the hands and the forehead, this bind that's happening. And we're going to start to focus in on the breath. So as we inhale, we feel that pressure, that grounding into the mat. We're going to inhale for a count of 4 through the nose. Take a pause at the top of the breath. Exhale for 4. Now we'll begin to work through a round of box breath, actually a few rounds. So we're going to inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Fantastic job. Now just come back to a normal breathing. Maybe tuning into that Ujjayi breath, creating a constriction at the back of the throat, grounding us into this moment as we settle in for these last few breaths on our belly. I'd like to finish our reading on meditation on self-love. So as we lie here, close your eyes and repeat silently. May I accept this moment exactly as it is. May I realize that this moment is more than enough. Continue to lie here for another 10 rounds of breath, feeling yourself sink deeper into the mat. Allowing yourself to stay present in this moment, in this space. Thank you for allowing me to guide your practice. Thank you for your beautiful energy. Please go do something this week that feeds your soul, brings you joy. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.